Moon mission confirmed! Hey Aku, you know what? Today is the day, the 18th of October 2021, the day the Bitcoin ETF meme finally shrugs off its moon boots and becomes the beautiful gem of pure fact it has for so long threatened to become. Yes, it's happening! Well, actually, it hasn't happened yet, and it might still not. So if you're struggling to split your Invesco from your Proshares from your Genslers, then this Monday Quick Take might be just what's required to pep up the morning's coffee. But not till we've heard from the sponsors that make all of this possible. The Gravity DEX protocol is a secure cross-chain decentralized exchange that positions Cosmos as a leader in the DeFi space. Secure by over $10 billion worth of digital assets, the Gravity DEX protocol is integrated with the cutting-edge Emiris interface to enable seamless token transfers, swaps, and liquidity pools cross-chain, with yield farming and bridges to other ecosystems, including Bitcoin and, of course, Ethereum coming soon. To access the Gravity DEX and a whole new world of cross-chain DeFi, be sure to visit emiris.com to get started. So this ETF malarkey, what on earth is an ETF? Well, it's an exchange-traded fund, and yes, it is a security, one that tracks an index, sector, or commodity, but can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange the same way a regular stock can. Now, an ETF can be structured to track anything you like, really, but getting one approved around Bitcoin has proven extremely difficult over the past few years. ETFs come in all shapes and sizes and offer a more liquid, more tax-efficient, and lower-cost way to gain exposure to specific market segments. Now, in the case of Bitcoin, the ETF has long been seen as a simple way to reduce friction for more traditional investors, the ones with the big wallets, looking to enter the market. No need to self-custody, no need to deal with cryptocurrency exchanges. No need to deal with that pesky Bitcoin itself, just buy a thing that represents it. Now, ETFs are established and well understood, and yes, this also creates opportunities for those big wallets to short the market. And in Bitcoin's case, well, won't that look like a juicy opportunity? The Winklevosses, or the Thanos twins as I like to call them, have been trying to get an ETF off the ground since 2017, and if there was one meme that propelled 1,000 fake-outs through the long, bare years of 2018, 2019, and 2020, it was the ETF one. There was Van Eck, Solid X, and many, many more. None of them were approved. Now, the major concerns of regulators generally focused on liquidity and accurate pricing. Manipulation and the challenge of custody have also been major stumbling blocks. So that leaves us here, today, on this day, with everyone in crypto Twitter bleating about how this is going to change everything. Moon mission confirmed. And we are facing the possibility of a Bitcoin ETF trading in the US for the first time. What's important here is these are future contracts and were filed under mutual fund rules. And this is what's given the all-important Mr. Gensler, Mr. Gary Gensler, the confidence that sufficient investor protections are now in place. Now, the noises from Gensler since taking over have been kind of hawkish, but he has recently shown signs of being in favor of an ETF based on CME-traded Bitcoin futures, not physical Bitcoin, but futures. Cue a torrent of applications for ETFs and the catalyst for BTC to run past $60,000. Now, bear in mind, this could still hit a stumbling block today, but the rumors are that the SEC doesn't plan on blocking them. Now, does this open the path to physically backed ETFs, the kind of golden goose of this entire space? Well, there's still a few months off. And there's also a cynical view here that this represents an olive branch by Gensler ahead of what could prove to be heavy regulation elsewhere, and that remains to be seen. But what is clear now is that Bitcoin's legitimacy as an asset fit for so-called institutional consumption has never been stronger. And whether or not you think it is a good thing that all of that big money with all its big heft is entering this market, well, that's an entirely different thing. But for now, I guess it's net positive. So that's it for this week's Quick Take. Have a great week. Don't forget to check out the Defiant.io for the latest up-to-date DeFi news. We'll be covering a whole bunch of things this week. I haven't even decided what they're going to be, but probably not about a Bitcoin ETF. So as always, this is the bit that I'm really bad at. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell everyone you know to subscribe if you haven't already. You are the 1%, and you'd already know what you're doing, but help others know what they're doing as well. And if you value what we're doing, You know what to do. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. ETF. Oh my God.